What's going on, YouTube? Legend here once again, this time at you again with some more Honkai Star Rail. Guys, time is moving fast. I don't understand what's going on. Aglaea is next week. I feel like it's too soon. I feel like 3.0 just hit us. And now Aglaea is coming, and I don't even have enough J's to get my E2 murder yet. Like, she's still E1. But hopefully I get that 500,000 from Hoyoverse, you know, and all's well will end well, but you know, what can you do? But the reason I'm making this video here is to talk about Aglaea and a little bit touch on the future units, tell you guys to beware, because I think that I know that we have some decisions to make, and there's some important decisions to make, and a lot of you guys might have to skip Aglaea if you want to make the right decision. Because, you know, as they say, power creep is beating you up, then you're just greedy and stupid, as they say. You know, for those of you guys who don't understand, I'm not actually calling you greedy and stupid. I'm referencing something from some Twitter wars back then. But to get to the point here is that Aglaea, we have a good amount of information about her to the point where I can confidently say that she, without referencing leaks, you know, I can still confidently say she's going to be a cracked unit. She's going to be a monstrosity of a unit. We've already seen gameplay with her because they've showed her, and like not only the live stream, but they also had another like event where they showed gameplay of her. We got to play her in the story, and she's a monster. She is a monster, and you know, it's crazy that we're going to be getting a lightning unit that is going to do a better job than Acheron can, but it is what it is. That's what's coming, and that's what's about to be here. But why would I be hinting at skipping such a unit that's stronger than Acheron, who was just out of control strong, right? That doesn't make much sense, right? I still say it. I still think that for a lot of people, Aglaea is a skip. One, she's a DPS, right? And DPSs, I always say that DPSs are characters that you get completely on preference. It doesn't matter if this DPS is stronger than that DPS. I mean, yeah, if Sealy comes back on a rerun and you're saying, should I get Sealer or should I get Caster's? Yeah, you know, you want to get Caster's because she's going to be stronger, she's a newer, she's going to be great, this and that. But when I'm talking about like DPSs that can still stick with it, that are still within the meta, it's just complete preference, right? Who do you get? My Day? Do you get Aglaea? Whatever one you like more. What I'm trying to say is you can't get them all, mainly because of Tribby, right? Tribby is a Harmony unit that is coming next patch. And as we have known in the past, Harmony units are always essential. They are always the focal point of what you want to get on your account. Not too long ago, I made a video where I was highlighting Sealy actually, and saying how Sealy can still take on the current content in the game. So, and that's really just to kind of, it was before this whole power creep discussions, but it still kind of applies to it because it was for me to say that, hey, yeah, power creep exists in this game, but it's not as bad as we think it is because the old units can still handle the current content. They have a harder time, but they can still handle it. And the key to those older units handling it is having the newer Harmony units. Harmony units are the key to stay immune, essentially, to power creep. If you skip on the Harmony units and you're still messing around with Asta and Bronya from 1.0, then you're struggling. Doesn't matter which carry that you have, you are going to be struggling. So since Tribby is coming, for people who want to make a smart decision, you need to kind of set your kind of count out your days and see, hey, can you get Tribby and Aglaea? Can you get Tribby and My Day? Or can you get all three? So I really think that people need to stop and think, who do I need to skip? And for me, what I'm doing on my account, which I want to bring to you guys' attention, is that I am skipping Aglaea, hopefully. You know, I'm somebody who has very little self-control, But the plan and what I acknowledge to be the smart decision for me in my account is to skip Aglaea, right? I'm somebody who has Acheron. And as I said before, Aglaea is somebody who I strongly believe is going to just straight up be stronger than Acheron. Her kit seems crazy. Maybe she might not hit as hard as Acheron with her million damage bursts and stuff, but as we've seen already, Aglaea is somebody who scales off the speed, so she's going to be hitting over and over and over again. So yeah, if she hits maybe like 300,000 versus Acheron's 1 million, that doesn't matter, because in one cycle she's going 4 or 5 times. If you're using Remembrance from Sea or Sunday, she's just hitting, and that ends up overpowering what somebody like Acheron can do, especially with the current enemies that want to be hit a large number of times, right? Because, that's how they do. The new enemies cater to the new units. She's going to be strong. So this isn't to try and say that, hey, she's a skip because she's not going to be strong enough. No. She is going to be plenty strong. She's going to be a monstrosity. But you need a character that essentially is just one step up from what we know before, which is Acheron. Do we need just one step up in power of DPS of the same element, right? So if you're somebody with Acheron and you have decisions to make in terms of Mighty, Tribby, and Aglaea, and then eventually Casperus, who what we can assume comes after, then Aglaea might be somebody you might have to put on the back burner and get on a rerun, because I know a lot of people feel obligated to get the first limited remembrance unit, but I do think it might be worthwhile to show a little bit of patience for that reason. But as I said before, DPSs are characters that you pick on preference, right? So let's say you have Acheron and you just really don't like playing with her, right? Or you aren't able to get her other essential teammates, like Sparkle or Zhao Shou, and it's just not fun for you to play, then yeah, sure, do whatever you need to do. If you get Aglaea and you can't afford to get Tribby, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if you don't have Robin or Ron May or Sparkle or Sunday and you still skip Tribby, then yeah, maybe it might be the end of the world for you. I don't know why you skipped all those characters, but for those of you guys who have a couple of the limited harmony units and you have the teams that surround them, then yeah, it's not the end of the world. But even then, I still don't recommend skipping these newer units. If you're somebody who had to skip Sunday and you decide, hey, I'm going to skip Tribby too, just I don't think that's a good idea. And if you need to skip Aglaea to do that, then that might be something you have to do. But I don't really want to talk around in circles too much for you guys, but I just really wanted to hammer that home, because I've just been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, I have to get the first remembrance unit. And I just don't think that that's a good reason to skip on somebody, skip out on a new harmony unit. So to essentially kind of go over what I really think a good plan should be with that, if you had to pick 2 of the 3 units, then I would say take your preference between Mighty and Aglaea, and then but always try and make sure that you get Tribby, right? That is just the main focal point. If you can't get 2 out of 3, you only can get 1 out of 3, well then guess who that 1 out of 3 is? Tribby. I know that I'm not going over Tribby's kit and telling you what she does specifically, because that is leak territory. And for people who know leaks know what she does do, I'm sure you can understand that. And I might have seen a few things myself, but try not to do too much leaks here. But it's safe to assume, with a pattern that previous harmonies have gone through, that she is going to be a crack unit that is going to help the newer units in big ways, similar to how Robin was helping the newer units in big ways, similar to how Ron May was helping the newer units in big ways. So just wanted to put that out there, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Which units do you plan on pulling? I don't want to be too much of a naysayer for Aglaea, especially since I know she's going to be such a great unit, and a lot of people are excited for her. She played a nice role in the story, and I don't want to talk those people down that were dead set or like I'm gonna get her and have a miserable time because they don't get Aglaea. Don't want to talk you guys down. If you think you're gonna be miserable if you don't get her, then go ahead and get her. But just want to drop some knowledge on you guys. Let me know which one you guys are going for, who you guys skipping, who you guys pulling, what are your priorities. Definitely leave that down in the comments down below. Like the video if you like the content I'm giving you, of course, and subscribe to channels and get more content like this. With on to here, let you know.